Ever hit that moment when your tech just, well, stops working? Your laptop freezes mid-presentation, maybe. Or your printer decides to go on strike right before a big deadline. You know you need IT help, but sometimes just figuring out where to start or even how to get someone to listen can feel like a whole other challenge. That feeling of tech going rogue and just wishing for a clear path back to, sanity. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into two absolute pillars of IT service management. They're designed to bring order to exactly that kind of chaos. The service desk and incident management, these are really critical ITIL practices. They make the difference between, let's say, a frustrating tech meltdown and a smooth, swift return to getting things done.
And that's exactly what we're going to unpack. Hello, everyone. I'm really thrilled to be diving into this with you. As a professor of information at the Dr. Sam Pack College of Business, I spend a lot of my time helping students like you prepare for great careers in information systems and IT service management. So our mission today is to explore how IT organizations actually handle these unplanned interruptions and also user requests. It's really all about keeping the business running smoothly, minimizing disruption, and crucially, making sure you, the user, are satisfied at the end of the day. We're pulling our key insights straight from Dr. H.Schuessler's fantastic book, Mastering ITIL 4 for Information Systems Professionals.
Yeah, it's a great resource, and you're definitely going to come away from this understanding not just what these practices are, but really why they matter. Whether you're a user hitting that tech wall or maybe you're an aspiring IT pro looking to make a real difference, it's about making sure IT is seen as a reliable partner, not just a mysterious black box that sometimes fixes things.
Absolutely. And speaking of making a difference, if you find value in our conversation today, or if you're a student gearing up for your career, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and maybe share this deep dive with others who could benefit. Your engagement really does help us reach more people.
Okay, so let's unpack this first piece, the service desk. We've all called one, probably. But what is it, really, at its core? What's its purpose in the big picture of IT?
Right. So at its heart, the service desk is what ITIL calls the single point of contact.
Yeah.
You might hear the acronym SPOC. Think of it as the front door or the main communications hub for users needing any kind of IT help. This could be an incident, something's broken, not working right, like your frozen app example.
Yep.
Or it could be a service request, which is when you need something new, maybe access to a system, a password reset, that kind of thing. It really becomes the face of IT for the whole organization. And it might surprise you, but some research suggests that for nearly 9 out of 10 users, IT is the service desk.
Wow, 9 out of 10. That's huge.
It is. It really highlights how vital they are in shaping how users perceive IT's quality and in co-creating value by making the whole experience smoother for you.
Yeah.
So when you reach out, their first job is basically logging the issue, confirming all the details, making sure they really get what you need, and then trying to fix it right there if possible. A quick fix.
The ideal scenario.
Exactly. If they can't, though, their job is to route it efficiently to the right technical team. And throughout this whole process, they act as your advocate inside IT, keeping track of progress, keeping you in the loop. They're the bridge, really.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The advocate role is interesting. But do all service desks look the same? I mean, are they structured differently, or is it basically one size fits all?
Oh, definitely not one size fits all. Think about an organization like, say, Tarleton State University. Depending on its size, its needs, service desks can be set up in a few ways. You might have a local service desk, physically, right there on campus near the users.
Okay. Face-to-face sometimes.
Potentially, yeah. The big advantages are really personalized service, better cultural alignment maybe, and definitely quick on-site help if needed. Usually leads to high satisfaction because they're right there.
But costly, I bet.
That's the downside. Running multiple local desks can be resource heavy. Yeah. Costly. Then you've got the centralized service desk. This is more common in larger places. A single desk, or maybe just a few, serving many locations from one spot.
Economies of scale.
Exactly. You get consistency, reduced costs, simpler training. The potential challenge, though, especially if it's global, might be time zones or language barriers. And then there's the virtual service desk, which is becoming super common now with remote work and cloud tools.
Right.
It looks like one unified contact point to the user, but the agents themselves could be anywhere. They leverage shared ticketing systems and cloud platforms. This often enables that follow-the-sun model for 247 support. Incidents get handed off between time zones.
Follow the sun. I like that.
Yeah. And honestly, many big companies use a hybrid approach. Maybe a main centralized desk, but with some local support for, say, VIPs or critical labs on campus. But regardless of the structure, the goal is always to be this knowledgeable support hub aiming for a high first contact resolution rate, solving it on that first call or chat.
Okay.
And they use multiple channels now, right? Phone, email, chat, self-service portals, meeting users wherever they are.
So, given all that being the advocate, the front door, potentially 24/7, what kind of skills do these service desk folks need? It sounds like more than just tech knowledge. And how do we know if they're actually doing a good job? What gets measured?
You're absolutely right. It's a really demanding role. Service desk analysts need this unique blend. They definitely need technical understanding, but they also need really strong customer service skills.
Communication.
Communication is huge, empathy too,
Mm-hmm.
and just solid problem-solving abilities. They have to bridge that gap between, complex tech issues and the user's experience, translating jargon into plain English. And how do we measure success? Well, there are key metrics. First contact resolution, or FCR, is a big one. How many issues get solved without needing escalation?
Makes sense.
Then you look at things like average response time, average resolution time, how quickly are they picking up, how quickly are issues getting fixed, and of course, user satisfaction, often called CSAT. Are the users happy with the service? The service desk also plays a really critical role in managing service level agreements, those SLAs we mentioned. They set expectations with you based on those agreed targets. Clear expectations build trust.
Got it. Okay, so that's the service desk, the gateway. Now let's get into what happens behind that gateway when something actually breaks. How does IT spring into action? What exactly is an incident in ITIL terms? How is it different from that service request you mentioned?
Right, this is where incident management kicks in. An incident, according to ITIL, is defined pretty simply. An unplanned interruption to a service or a reduction in its quality.
Okay, unplanned interruption, like the Wi-Fi going down.
Exactly. Campus Wi-Fi out, student portal sluggish. That's an incident. And the primary goal, the absolute main objective of incident management is crystal clear. Restore normal service operation as quickly as possible and minimize the impact on the business or on students' ability to work. It's all about rapid recovery. It's not about deep diving into why it happened. That's for a different process called problem management, which tries to prevent it from happening again. Keeping those separate is key for speed.
Okay, so fix first, analyze later. Makes sense for minimizing disruption.
Precisely. Now, contrast that with a service request. That's a formal ask for something that isn't broken but is desired or needed. Getting access to a new library database, maybe, or getting specific software installed on a lab machine.
So something planned or requested, not something failed.
Exactly. Both might come through the service desk, maybe even use the same ticketing tool, but their workflows and goals are really quite different. Incidents are about fixing the break. Service requests are about fulfilling a need in a controlled way.
That distinction is super helpful. So let's walk through it. What does the incident lifecycle actually look like in practice? From, say, the moment my campus printer dies to when I can finally print my assignment.
Okay, great example. Let's trace that broken printer. The incident management lifecycle generally has about 8 key stages that IT will follow. First up, identification and reporting. You notice the printer's down, maybe it has an error message, and you call or message the service desk. That's reporting. IT systems might also automatically detect issues, which is also identification.
Okay, step 1, know there's a problem.
Yep. Step 2, logging. The service desk agent takes your report and formally records it in their ITSM tool, their ticketing system. They capture key details. Who reported it, when, what are the symptoms, maybe the printer ID. It gets a unique tracking number.
Essential for tracking.
Absolutely. Next is categorization. They classify the incident, in your case maybe hardware printer library wing B. This helps route it to the right team and is super useful later for analyzing trends. Are lots of printers in wing B failing?
Ah, okay. Smart.
Then, stage 4, prioritization. This is absolutely crucial. It's not just first come, first served.
Like a hospital ER.
Exactly like that. IT needs to figure out the priority. They usually use a matrix based on 2 things. Impact how many people or critical processes are affected. Is it just your print job? Or is the only printer in the library down during finals week? And urgency. How quickly does this really need to be fixed? Are there workarounds? Get this wrong. And IT could be spending time on a low-impact issue while something critical burns. The priority level, like P1 for highest, P4 for lowest, then dictates the target response and resolution times, usually defined in those SLAs.
Okay. Impact plus urgency equals priority. Got it. What's next?
Stage 5 is initial diagnosis. This is typically the service desk's first attempt to fix it. They'll ask you questions, maybe guide you through some quick troubleshooting steps, check their knowledge base for known solutions. Their goal, first contact resolution, fix it right then and there.
Your dream.
The dream. But if they can't, Stage 6 is escalation, specifically functional escalation. This means passing the incident ticket with all their notes to a team with more specialized skills, like the dedicated printer support team or maybe the network team, if it seems network-related. Some teams also use swarming now, where multiple experts jump on it collaboratively rather than passing it sequentially.
Interesting.
Yeah, it can be faster. The service desk documents everything they tried to help the next team. Stage 7 is investigation and resolution. The escalated team digs in. They diagnose the root cause of the immediate problem. Maybe it's a paper jam, a failed part, a driver conflict, and they implement the fix. And crucially, even while the specialist team is working, good practice says communication with you, the user, should continue, often channeled back through the service desk. That ITIL principle, collaborate and promote visibility, is key here. Keep people informed.
So you're not left wondering.
Exactly. And finally, stage 8, closure. This is a really critical control point. Usually, only the service desk is allowed to formally close an incident ticket.
Why is that? Just process.
It's quality control. After the technical team says it's fixed, the service desk contacts you, the user, to verify. Hey, is the printer working for you now? Are you satisfied? Only once you confirm it's resolved does the service desk close the ticket.
Prevents premature closure. I've had that happen. It's frustrating.
It really is.
Yeah.
This step ensures the resolution actually worked from the user's perspective. Then they document the solution, maybe update the knowledge base if it was a new fix. It ensures value was truly delivered.
That's a fantastic breakdown. Really clear steps. But sometimes things get really bad, right? Like a major system outage. What happens then? And how does IT learn from these things, big or small?
Excellent questions.
Yeah.
That brings us to a couple more concepts. First, hierarchical escalation. This is different from functional escalation, passing to another tech team. Hierarchical escalation means informing management. If an incident is super critical, what ITIL often calls a major incident, or if it's taking way too long to fix, breaching its SLA targets, predefined policies kick in to notify managers, directors, maybe even the CIO.
Calling in the big guns.
Pretty much. An incident manager often takes charge during major incidents to coordinate everything, make sure resources are allocated, and keep leadership informed so they can make broader decisions if needed. Then, after the dust settles, you have post-incident activities. These are vital for learning. User satisfaction surveys are common, just to get feedback. For major incidents, a formal post-incident review, or PIR, is usually mandatory. The team gets together. What happened? What did we do well? What could we have done better? What was the root cause? This directly feeds into problem management to prevent it happening again. It embodies that ITIL principle of continual improvement.
Turning a bad situation into a learning opportunity.
Exactly. It's how IT gets better. Also key is making knowledge base updates. If a new workaround or fix was found, document it. Make it easy for the service desk to find next time. This boosts that FCR rate. And finally, reporting and analytics. Looking at all the incident data together, how many P1s this month? What's our average resolution time for network issues? Are we meeting SLAs? This helps spot trends and drive systemic improvements. It's not just about fixing one incident. It's about making the whole system more reliable.
Okay, wow. Logging, categorizing, prioritizing, diagnosing, escalating, resolving, closing, reviewing. Managing all of that manually sounds like, well, a potential nightmare.
Oh, it would be. You're absolutely right. It's virtually impossible to do this effectively at scale without the right tools.
So what are these tools? What makes this complex dance actually work smoothly?
This is where dedicated IT service management platforms, or ITSM platforms, are essential. These are integrated software suites designed to manage all these processes, incidents, service requests, problems, changes, knowledge, and more. They provide key capabilities like ticketing and workflow automation, a centralized knowledge base, tools for automating routine tasks, handling requests from multiple channels, phone, email, portal, tracking SLAs with timers and alerts, robust reporting and analytics dashboards.
Everything in one place.
Ideally, yes. And often they include a CMDB, a configuration management database, which maps all the IT components and how they relate to each other. So if server X goes down, these 5 critical services are impacted.
That seems incredibly useful. Can you give some examples of these platforms? What are people actually using out there?
Sure. There are several major players. You've almost certainly heard of ServiceNow. It's a huge cloud-based platform, very dominant in large enterprises, Fortune 500s, known for powerful automation, great self-service portals. Studies show it often leads to faster resolution times, better efficiency, higher user satisfaction.
Okay, ServiceNow. Big one.
Definitely. Then there's Jira Service Management from Atlassian. It's really popular, especially in organizations that already use Jira for software development, because it integrates ITSM processes very tightly with Agile and DevOps workflows. You can easily link an incident ticket to a software bug being worked on by developers.
Good for tech companies, maybe.
Often, yeah. And another strong contender is Freshservice. It's known for being quite user-friendly, ITIL-ready, out of the box, often quicker to deploy. Mid-sized companies often like it. It has neat features, too, like AI suggesting possible solutions to agents based on the incident description. These tools are really the digital backbone that enables these processes to run consistently and efficiently. They prevent things from falling through the cracks. And for students like those at Tarleton, knowing these tools is a huge plus in the job market.
It's clear these practices, service desk, incident management, and the tools that support them are absolutely foundational. But how do they fit into the bigger picture? How do they embody ITIL 4's core philosophy, which isn't just about fixing things fast, but about creating value?
That's the perfect question to bring it all together. These practices slot right into the ITIL 4 framework's service value system.
Right.
The service desk, for example, is a primary actor in the engage activity within the service value chain, understanding user needs, communicating.
Right, the front door.
Exactly. And incident management is core to deliver and support restoring that service. But really, as we saw with the printer example, a complex incident might touch almost all parts of the chain. Maybe obtain build if a new component is needed, or design and transition if a change needs to be deployed, and definitely improve through those post-incident reviews. They also beautifully illustrate the ITIL guiding principles in action. Think about it. Focus on value. Rapid recovery gets users back to achieving their goals. That's value. Start where you are. Using the knowledge base for quick fixes leverages existing assets. Progress iteratively with feedback. Those PIRs and user surveys drive improvement loops.
Yeah.
Collaborate and promote visibility. Constant communication between teams and out to users. Essential. Think and work holistically, understanding how one incident impacts the bigger service picture. Keep it simple and practical. Streamlined, efficient processes that aren't overly bureaucratic.
Right.
And optimize and automate. Leveraging those ITSM tools we just talked about. And maybe most importantly, they really highlight value co-creation. The user isn't passive. You report the issue, you give feedback, you confirm the fix. IT provides the expertise in the process. Together, you restore the service and achieve the outcome.
So it's a partnership.
It truly is. And that positive, empathetic support experience adds a layer of value beyond just the technical fix itself. So you see, mature service desk and incident management aren't just reactive firefighting. They are absolutely fundamental to building trust, ensuring IT is reliable, and driving that continual improvement culture. They help transform IT from being seen as just a cost into a genuine strategic business partner. That's a vital takeaway for anyone heading into an IT or business career.
That's a powerful way to frame it. So, wrapping up our deep dive today, we've really unpacked the service desk and incident management, how IT captures needs, restores services quickly when things go wrong, and crucially, learns from every single interruption. We covered the life cycle, the critical role of prioritization and communication, and how these powerful ITSM tools make it all happen efficiently.
And just to reinforce that key message, these aren't just about putting out fires reactively. They are absolutely crucial for building trust with users, ensuring IT services are dependable, and embedding that culture of continual improvement in an organization. For you as students, understanding these isn't just academic. It's fundamental to becoming an effective, strategic player in whatever field you enter, especially if it touches technology or business operations. They really do help shift IT towards being seen as that indispensable partner.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you, our listener, to mull over. As you go forward, whether you're a user needing help or maybe you're that aspiring IT pro, think about your own experiences with IT support. How well did they align with the best practices we've talked about today? And here's the challenge. If you could design the ultimate service desk for your dream company, what one feature or capability would you prioritize to truly co-create value with users? To make their lives genuinely easier and make interacting with IT, dare I say it, almost a pleasure.
Ooh, that's a great question. We'd love to hear your thoughts, drop your answers, and any other comments down below. And please, if you found this useful, give us a like, subscribe for more deep dives into information systems, and share this with anyone else who might be interested. Thanks so much for tuning in today.